Hi, my name's Lydia, and I want to make this video for a student who has two hemorrhaged discs in his neck. Equally, any kind of tightness in the shoulders or neck, this is going to be good for herniated discs. And just increasing mobility. However, it is really important. The neck is very delicate. It's very important if you have got a serious injury that you seek medical advice first and make sure that you've been given the okay to actually do exercises. Also, another note, when we're doing these exercises, you don't want to be creating any pain. So if there is pain in any of these exercises, try and do it gentler. If there still is pain, then leave that exercise. Sometimes we need to rest the muscles. Okay, that being said, let's see what we can do to help. I'm just sitting here on the floor. You really don't have to if that's difficult to sit on the floor. So we're doing a lot of kind of neck work. So as long as when we are sitting, we're trying to sit upright. We are really focusing on our alignment and our posture. I'm just going to turn to the side for this first one. Come a little bit closer. Okay. So this first one is like tucking the chin, but it's backwards, so it's not downwards. I'm just going to hold my finger onto the chin here, and then I'm going to try and draw the chin back. Okay, so keeping the head in this very neutral position, and then just see if you can move your chin back and away from the finger, almost like giving yourself a double chin, and then holding for maybe about 10 seconds, and then releasing, coming forward, and just relax the muscles, and then doing that again. Chin draws back and away, and you kind of feel the engagement of the shoulder blades squeezing in, and then release. And just do that one more time. Chin draws back and then release. And I'm going to keep this quite short, and then it might be that you could repeat more than what I'm doing it, or that you might be able to do this little practice several times in the day if it's helpful. Okay, just coming in to bring some rotation into the neck. So we're just again keeping the chin and the eyes level, and then I'm going to gently turn the head one way. Again, we're not forcing, trying to keep the shoulders drawn back and level. We're just not forcing, but we're just pausing. The longer I stay, the more I feel the muscles relax, and then gradually I can go a little bit deeper. But there really is, no tension in the face. And I'm going to come back very slowly to center, and then taking it across to the second side. Again, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to relax. I'm going to try and really relax the muscles of the neck. I'm checking in with the muscles of the face, because that tells me if I'm over efforting. And then I can just feel them start to relax. I can go a little bit deeper, but again, not forcing, just holding. And then I'm going to return back to center. And again, I might repeat that several times, almost like doing little reps of it. Okay, little shoulder roll. Okay, I'm going to come into this lateral extension now. I'm going to place my hand onto the side of my head and gently guiding it across. So this left ear is dropping down toward the left shoulder. I'm going to try and keep sliding the shoulders down the back. And then I'm going to reach this right arm down toward the floor as well. So it's helping to draw the right shoulder down. So we're getting this huge amount of space through the side of the neck. And again, this hand on top is just lightly placed on there. It's not dragging or pulling, it's gently guiding. And again, I can feel now with a little bit more time, I can feel the muscles start to relax, I can feel like you're a little bit deeper. Again, just by allowing the muscles to go deeper, not pulling. We're going to maybe stay for a good 30 seconds here. And again, the spine is very upright. I'm trying to lift up through the chest, keep drawing the right shoulder down. The more I kind of stretch into the fingers down toward the floor, I can draw that shoulder down. Not letting that right shoulder fall forwards either. Good. And then as I release it, very gently and slowly come back up. Okay. Again, I'm just going to move the shoulders. Okay. And then coming into the second side. So hand onto the side of the head, gently taking the right ear across towards the right shoulder. Again, head isn't tilted down or lifting up, it's in that neutral position. And then reaching the left arm down toward the floor. Again, drawing the left shoulder away and staying. Again, very gently releasing, bringing the head back up, releasing the hands, just moving the shoulders. Okay. So next I'm going to come into, excuse me, a pose which is like a supported fish, and I'm using a flat yoga block here. So, I mean, if you don't have this at home, you could find something that's a similar shape, or you could always roll up a blanket, like a long sausage, and take that underneath the armpits. Okay, so you're getting this opening of the chest. But a block would be better in this instance. Maybe you've got a book or something you could use. So coming back, so the block's going to go onto the back of the shoulder blades. Okay, so I'm going to slowly lower down until I touch with the block. And I'm going to support the head, you know, because obviously you may have neck problems here. That's why you're doing the videos. I'm going to support the head. The head's very heavy. And then I'm going to gradually come back. And as I come back, I'm going to gently push with my feet so that the skin on the back body gets dragged down. Okay, so there's a little bit of traction on that back body. So I'm just pushing gently so the trapezius muscles don't get stuck at the top here. And a little bit more, just give myself a little push there. Okay. And then I'm just moving the head gently just to relax. So just feel the front of the throat relax. And also I've got an opening here through the front of the throat. And we've got this tilting back of the head. And then I'm going to turn the palms up so that there's breadth across the collarbones. And I'm just going to try and relax here in this position. So I just gave myself another little push over there so I could get a better position. And I mean, if you want to bring a hip stretch as well, you can bring the soles of the feet together, or you could just straighten the legs and let the legs relax as well. And to be honest, I mean, you could stay here for as long as it's comfortable. You know, so we've got the shoulder blades squeezing in together, and then the block is helping to really open up the chest and the throat. And then just relaxing. Yeah, so like I say, stay for as long as it's comfortable, stay for a good little while here. And then, as in all areas of life when we're moving, you know, you really need to consider how you're going to come out of this position. You know, if we have a neck injury, it's all the bits in between the normal life when we're maybe injuring ourselves more, not thinking about how we're moving. You know, when you're driving in the car and you're turning your head, and yeah. So while we're doing these stretches, we can think about it. So you could either roll off to the side, or you could support the head. So I am going to roll off to the side and roll across, roll. And then I can push with my hands, and then I can come up. Okay, because the head is very heavy and the neck is very delicate. Okay, so we just need to consider that when we're moving. Okay, what we've got now. Okay, yeah. So we can take the right arm up and then down the back. So again, we need to stretch into the back body and the shoulder blades, the scapula, to really address the whole issue going on here. Okay, so we've already got this stretch coming on here. And then I'm going to take my left hand and bring it onto the back of the head. And then I'm going to gently pull the head and the nose in the direction of this left knee. Okay, so just stretching through the back of the neck. And again, pause, hold. Not forcing, not painful. Gently stretching. You know, and I would suggest starting very gently. maybe like 20% with all these exercises if you have injury, and then seeing how you feel the next day. And then if there's no pain and if you feel like it's helped, it's releasing now, then the next time you do it, you can build up and do a little bit more and a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so the left arm's going to come up and then down the back. And then bringing this right hand up to the back of the head, gently guiding the nose in the direction of the right knee now. Again, you know, my face is really soft, so I can keep a nice smooth deep breath. These are all indicators that I'm working at a good place. There's no pain. And then releasing. Again, I would probably advise to do maybe 3 repetitions of that on each side, going from one side to the other. Okay, and then coming into like a reverse prayer, but we don't need to find the prayer hands. So just taking the hands around the back and then holding on either to the wrists or taking a hold as high up as you can. So if we can only get the wrist, that's fine. If we can go higher, we might hold the forearms, or if we can, we might get to the elbows. And then from this position, you can really draw the heads of the shoulders back, open up through the chest. So you're squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. And then there's that space in between them still, that's great. And then as you breathe, as you inhale, you're expanding the chest. As you exhale, so if you can just soften through the back body. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Just staying for another couple of deep breaths. And then release. And I'm just going to move my shoulders, rolling them back, and then maybe changing direction, just giving them a little roll forwards. Okay, so the last one that we'll do is the cat-cow pose. This is fantastic for getting that flexibility and that movement in the spine, you know, and the head and the neck. This is all an extension of the spine. Okay, so let's come on to our tabletop position. So onto hands and knees. Roughly speaking, knees are under hips. Hands are under shoulders, but if it's a bit tight into the wrist, you can have the hands a little bit further forwards. And then we're trying to initiate this movement with the tilt of the pelvis. Okay, so let's start by coming into this cat, this rounded position. So head can drop down. You can kind of tuck the tailbone down toward the floor and lift the belly up. And again, just relaxing the head down. And we're moving with the breath. So inhaling, moving the pelvis first. If you can ripple up through the spine. And then eventually the chest lifts up. And then the head is lifting, but it's really, the head's lifting because the chest has lifted. So we're not forcing and dragging the head back. It has lifted. Good. And then as we exhale, come round again, coming into that same cat position. And inhaling, rippling up. Head moves last. Don't think about moving the head. The head can move as a byproduct of the pelvis, the spine and the chest. So just bring your awareness into the neck. So the neck is relaxed, the face is relaxed. I mean, we're moving maybe with each breath, but to be honest, we're really just doing what the body needs. So if you want to go much slower, like at the minute, I'm going much slower than a breath. And if at any point, you know, maybe you just pause here and stay. Yeah, stay for a few breaths. And again, coming into that cow shape, so the sit bones are lifting, the chest moves forwards and up, and then the head's up. And again, let's just stay there. If you can really roll the eyes of the elbows forward slightly, and then you feel the chest open. And again, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Very gently. And just one more time, coming through those two positions. And inhale. Inhaling. Back to flat back, back to neutral. And let's just finish off actually into a child's pose. So we're just lengthening there through the spine. And the head can come down. If the head doesn't meet the floor, you might place your block underneath the head. You're going to soften the elbows down as well. And then just see if you can relax the whole of the back body. Again, don't worry if the hips don't meet the heels. Just relaxing here. And take a gentle roll across the brow, just left to right, very slowly, very gently, rolling one side to the other. In every movement we make, we're trying to be aware and mindful, not ignoring any pain. And then coming back to neutral. And I'm sorry, I'm going to add one more pose because I feel like this is actually going to really help as well. So just coming forwards. We're going to take a puppy dog pose. So the hands can come a little bit further forwards now. Elbows can come down. Again, head can come down. You can always prop the head. And we're going to pause here. Again, there's length through the back of the neck here. And this is just going to help to bring about the curves in the spine, which we may have lost. Breathe deeply into the shoulders. And then release, bringing yourselves back up. Good. Oh, okay, so that's going to be it. And like I said, I would just check in with how you feel the next day. It may be that some of the poses are much more beneficial for you than others, depending on what's going on. So again, there's kind of like needs to be a bit of feedback, knowing what helps, and then maybe making your own little recovery plan out of the poses which help, and then building in the repetition of those. And you know, once you found the ones that help, taking full responsibility for ourselves, maybe doing it every day or several times a day, but in that very gentle, compassionate way. And then if we do feel that there's pain and it's not helping, then you know we need to stop those exercises, or we need to consider what have we done that's not helped it. But you know, really best of luck. And you know, if you do come to my classes and you need more help or you know more advice, then please do talk to me. Thanks so much.